It's always good to check in. I've been checking in like pretty much every day.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with 9 weeks out physique update of Samson Dauda. So this is gonna be Samson's 4th consecutive Arnold. And he has always said that the Arnold prep, that is a lot easier than his Olympia prep. Because the thing is, the man stays super tight and very regimented in the post-Olympia phase. And you can see that in this 9 weeks out update. So Samson right now is just cruising into that show. And he is looking better and better with every passing week. So a reigning Miss Olympia is entering the Arnold for the very first time since 2001 when Ronnie Coleman did it. So this is history in the making, and seeing that much detail in the hamstrings at 9 weeks out of the show, he is right on the money. And Fuad did ask him a very interesting question about this prep, and does his wife feel more pressure now that everyone is chasing Samson Dauda and they have to repeat?
Is Mel feeling more pressure to repeat your look, or is she just like, I know what I'm doing, I don't give
If anything, I'm feeling more relaxed because she's just completely in control now.
Well, the thing is, Samson Dauda has the size advantage over all of his competition, including Andrew Jack as well. Plus, he has the height advantage over Derek Lansford as well, who is most likely gonna be his biggest competition at this show. So remember, just a few years ago, so many people used to say that Samson Dauda is never gonna win the Olympia because the man has a weak back. And even that statement by Nick Walker back then, that Samson's back is flat as a board, well, that certainly did not age well. Those back shots at 9 weeks out, they are looking crazy good. So what did you guys think? A second Arnold title for Samson Dauda is loading, or can anyone really challenge him for this upcoming
My
Arnold?
prep always seemed to be a little bit more easier in terms of you get ready a lot faster. So for that one, so I think this prep will probably be the same way. I mean, it's already 9 weeks, and it doesn't even feel like I've even really started yet, but it already feels like you're already in it.
Next up, we have an update from the Conqueror, William Bonac. So him and Brandon Curry, they are the two guys in this upcoming Arnold lineup who have won this show not once, but twice. But I guess both these guys know that at this point they both have zero shots at winning that title again, no matter what, no matter how these guys show up. Now Bonac does look in sublime form for 9 weeks out, but his body started declining after his Arnold 2020 package, a show where he was able to beat Big Romy and Dexter Jackson. And by decline, I'm referring to him not having that amazing pop and the trademark roundness that he had during his prime. Now, I am very sure most of you guys will agree that William Bonac placing 7th at the Olympia this year, that is because the guys that he beat, they came in kinda off. But it is what it is, and he 100% deserved that. Now, William Bonac is very proud of this year's Olympia package, and rightfully so. And the man is gonna continue to compete at more shows next year, because this is his way of earning a living. So 2024 was a great year for William Bonac overall. If we talk about the financial perspective as well, he won the Emperor Classic Spain against Behrouz Tabani, and he placed runner-up twice at Portugal Pro and at Dubai Pro. And the prize money for Dubai Pro, that was 40 grand for second place, and that is more than what most of these pro shows offer for the first place. So as long as William Bonac's health allows him to compete and thrive, he is one of the best in the world, and the man is gonna continue to compete. So after the Olympia this year, William Bonac must be looking really confident that he can finish in the top 5 or maybe even top 4 at this upcoming Arnold. Breon Ansley with this caption under the latest post that pretty much confirms that he is going for the 212 in 2025, because there is just no way he can put on another 10 pounds of solid muscle and stay in classic. Now, even after getting those additional 5 pounds with the new classic physique weight regulations, he was still suffering so damn hard to make that weight, and regardless of where he places in the 212 class, he will definitely look a lot better in a bigger division, because that will allow him to bring more of a fuller and more of a denser package, and that in turn will give him more of that wow factor. And with the kind of muscle tie-ins that Breon has, and added 10 pounds, that is gonna make one hell of a difference. Now, can you guys believe that this transition from Breon that would have happened 2 years ago in the 212, when he officially announced that he's gonna be doing 212, in fact, he did a very big off-season that year, and he went up to 220 pounds to be more competitive in the 212. But then the Pro League announced the new weight caps, and that made him rethink his decision. Now people in Breon's camp, they made him believe that he can still win the Classic Physique Olympia title, when realistically speaking, it's not even remotely possible at this point. And the judges placing him 5th at the Olympia this year, that was a clear indication on what direction they are looking for at the future for Classic Physique. So Breon is 45 years old, so we do not know whether he will be able to improve his quads at this stage of his career. But that being said, if he has the genetics the likes of Dexter Jackson had in terms of longevity, I think he still has a few more years left. Next up, we have an update from Horse MD, who has been able to hold on to that size pretty damn well after having the most successful run of his pro career this year. He was aiming for his first pro win, and he just fell short by one spot because Akim Williams was just so damn good at the Big Man Weekend this year. But that being said, we have to appreciate Marcelo because he was able to beat Andrea Presti, who is a 3-time Olympian, not once, but twice in the last 2 months. Now one can only imagine how great Horse MD would have done if his upper body that was as impressive as his quads, because even Martin Fitzwater, who was the winner of this year's prog, and Horse was 5th, even he noticed that Horse's quads are just so damn huge. So at the Big Man Weekend, we saw the absolute best version of Horse MD. The way he was executing those poses, he was able to hide that wide waistline, and that too pretty damn well. And this was also his best condition to date. The back, which looked so underdeveloped at the Arnold Classic stage earlier this year, that was also considerably improved here. So Horse MD did show signs of brilliance here, and for him to qualify for the Olympia next year, he's just gonna have to enter his shoe more strategically and hope that none of the big Olympians they enter that shoe. So the one coach who asks for almost daily check-ins from his clients, even at the highest level, that is Chris Aceto. And Derek Lunsford revealed in his recent YouTube video that he is getting check-ins almost daily with his new coach. And he seems to be extremely satisfied with all of the changes that he has made post-Olympia this year.
It's always good to check in. I've been checking in like pretty much every day. Since the Olympia, I've been within striking distance of doing another show. And as far as last year's Olympia, it wasn't a matter of like, oh, I didn't have the muscle, you know.
So is Chris Aceto coaching Derek as well as Andrew Jack for this upcoming Arnold? Well, I have got to say that is a possibility. Now I am so certain that this is gonna be a totally different version of Derek, and not because he has a different trainer or a new coach this time. This is simply based on the observation that Derek has never done a show where he came off a diet and started another prep immediately, because since 2021, Derek has been doing only one show per year. So this is gonna be totally different scenario for Derek. I am sure he has got all the fullness back, and this is gonna be the time that Derek will grow into the show. And Derek 100% believes that it was a missed peak at the Olympia this year that made him look kinda disproportionate on the stage this time.
I was super flat, like so flat that it looked like I had lost muscle.
Now, I believe it is gonna be a great year for us, all the bodybuilding fans, because Derek isn't sitting on the sidelines this year, and he wants to compete more than ever. And Chris Cormier once again suggested the possibility of Derek doing the upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, and not just that, some other shows as well. I guess it will all come down to how this Arnold look works out for him.
Derek is doing Arnold first weekend in March, and this is middle of April. So maybe Derek is planning to do a few more shows, not just Arnold.
Chris already said he wanted to compete.
He said he wanted to compete.
Yeah, and he's probably going to do Pittsburgh. He's probably going to do the New York Pro.
So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.